Everyone, remain calm.
Yeah, that's how it always starts. And later there's running and screaming.
Somebody talk to me! What is happening?
Welcome to Jurassic World.
You're listening to the Jurassic Park Podcast.
You want to consult here or in my bungalow? Hold on to your butts.
Well, we're back.
Hello, and welcome to the 40th episode of the Jurassic Park Podcast. I'm your host, Brad Jost, and we're here to discuss all things Jurassic Park. In this episode, I have some news for you and an awesome chat with Jennifer Terek about her interaction with Bryce Dallas Howard. If you haven't seen it already, go check out the video we uploaded to YouTube featuring my commentary on the upcoming Jurassic World 3D project by Michael Pierce, aka @AtomicPang on Twitter. The video highlights different sections of Isla Nublar with a full-scale park to tour around. Version 0.1 of the project will be available Tuesday, March 1st for you to tour around on your own. So why don't we get things started off with a bit of Jurassic news from around the world.
18 minutes and your company catches up on 10 years of research.
Access rate program. Access and security.
These pictures were taken in hospital in Costa Rica 48 hours ago.
I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but look.
Boy, my head being right all the time. But today, I guarantee it.
RadioTimes.com put together a list of 7 minor characters from TV and film that changed everything. If these characters hadn't shown up, the movie or the TV show would have been completely different. The 4th character on their list is...
Dodgson! Dodgson! We've got Dodgson here!
If he hadn't bribed Nedry, Jurassic Park would have been a completely different film. So, do we think Dodgson is the ultimate character for the downfall of the park? Or would it have happened no matter what? Follow the link in the show notes for a full list of the characters. This bit of news comes to us from JP Legacy. The 42nd annual Saturn Award nominees were announced, and Jurassic World came away with 7 nominations. Now, the Saturn Awards are specifically for film and TV in science fiction, fantasy, and the horror genres. Jurassic World has been nominated for Best Director with Colin Trevorrow, Best Performance by a Younger Actor, Ty Simpkins, Best Film Writing, Rick Jaffa, Amanda Silver, Colin Trevorrow, and Derek Connolly, Best Film Editing, Kevin Stitt, Best Film Production Design, Ed Verreau, Best Film Special/Visual Effects, John Rosengrant, Michael Lantieri, Tim Alexander, and Best Science Fiction Film with just Jurassic World. Now, we've got time before the winners are announced, as the awards will be presented in June 2016. Good luck to everybody involved in Jurassic World, and I'll make sure to report the winners once they are announced. Follow the link in our show notes for the article on JP Legacy. This next piece of news we have here is a huge rumor, so let's take the information with a grain of salt. Coming from Screamscape.com, which is a giant theme park rumor website, they have reported that they've tumbled onto some information about the future of Universal's parks. I'm going to read the rumors straight from their website, starting with Universal Hollywood. To help promote and make ties with last year's Jurassic World film and the upcoming Jurassic World 2 film hitting theaters in summer 2018, I'm hearing that there is a plan to enhance and rebrand the park's existing Jurassic Park ride into a slightly new Jurassic World experience. The ride system itself will remain unchanged. Just look for some enhanced scenes, effects, and new Jurassic World branding. Next up is a much bigger rumor for Islands of Adventure in Orlando. While we don't have an exact time for these, I'm told that the projects are still in flux. It sounds like Universal has been tasked with enhancing and adding some smaller attractions to the Jurassic Park area. Of course, this means that the current Camp Jurassic Playland area, the new Raptor Encounter area, all the way down to the Discovery Center building could either be repurposed or leveled completely to fit in new attractions. It is too early to say exactly what is coming, but rumors of 2 small to medium-sized coasters, wood and steel, were mentioned, and I assume this will likely see the removal of the low-capacity Pteranodon Flyers coaster. There is also some talk of a small flat ride, some kind of family car/Jeep ride, and rumors of a Dinosaur vet paddock. that would become an enhanced and permanent home to the upgraded version of the Raptor Encounter concept, but this one will feature a number of different species. Depending on just how expansive a budget they get, I have heard early rumors that suggest a Jurassic World-style gyrosphere attraction concept was also in development. With so many possibilities and projects being talked about, this could be a multi-year expansion effort, as well as to enhance the overall Jurassic Park theme, which only makes sense given how popular the brand has become since Jurassic World, which has a sequel on the way as well. So if the rumors are true for these two parks, I think it would be a welcome update. Basically just a bit of retheming and enhanced scenes in the Hollywood Jurassic Park ride, but a more detailed expansion of the Orlando property. Now, I think it's a smart move for Universal, especially for the Orlando location, as half of that section has a height restriction, which I think causes the low capacity issues. They could demolish the Camp Jurassic and Pteranodon Flyers area, and hopefully put in some attractions that are for parkgoers of all sizes, not just little kids. Now, I don't want to get too excited as none of this is confirmed. We'll make sure to do a little digging and see what happens to both of these parks. Hopefully, some of the aspects come true. Check out the link to Screamscape.com in our show notes for more information on the park expansions. Lastly, we want to wish Bryce Dallas Howard a happy birthday. Her big day is March 2nd, so let's reach out to her on social media to say happy birthday.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Let's open up the doors to the Visitor Center, where Jennifer Terek talks about her interaction with Bryce Dallas Howard. This week, I'm welcoming back one of our regular contributors, Jennifer Terek, back into the Visitor Center because she had quite an awesome interaction with somebody very close to the Jurassic franchise, and that would be Bryce Dallas Howard. So, Jen, how are you doing after this awesome encounter?
Hi, I have not stopped crying since this awesome encounter. I'm never going to recover. I can't believe this is real life. Just the usual things one would be feeling after this experience.
Yeah. So why don't you let everybody in and maybe give it like a little bit of a timeline of events as to what happened when you met her,
Sure.
or met with her.
Oh, wow. Kind of, almost.
Yeah, sort of, almost, a little bit.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been asking me this through Instagram DM and Twitter, and everyone wants to know what happened and how it happened, and I don't know how much I can give away, but I definitely would love to share it with people because so many people are curious. So I'll start with, well, everyone knows about the BDH network that I started back in August, which is the website and the Twitter and the Instagram and the whole deal, YouTube, everything's in there. And so I started that, and I was working hard at that and everything. And then whenever she auctioned off her Golden Globe dress, I was like, I'm just gonna bid on this just to see what would happen. And like at 2,000, I was bidding on it. It was cool, whatever. And then as it got closer, I'm like, I'm just gonna bid 10,000 because whatever, I'll probably get outbid anyway. And at least it's for charity. So it was in, when was it? January 27th. I'll never forget that day. January 27th was the last day of the auction. I was in Disney World. It was like 2 minutes to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm bidding on the dress and with my BDH network tag. And I'm bidding, it's like 10,000, and the closer you get to bidding, to the time ending, they extend like 9 minutes, which sucks, but it's like, they get as many people, I guess. And Neo Marcus is outbidding me and all this, and then she had the Skype in there and everything by then, and so I'm like, oh man, I want that, but whatever, I'm sure I can outbid. So eventually, I put in, and Neo Marcus is outbidding me, and we're at 11,000, like whatever, I'll just put one more 12,000, that's it, put it in, walk away, and go ride stuff. So I did that, and I like turned off my phone. I wasn't paying attention. Then I walked away, and then I got a notification, and it was an Instagram direct message, and it was Bryce Instagramming me and direct messaging me, and she's like, "Are you the BDH network bidding on the dress?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And she said, "Well, what's your phone number? Can my PR agent call you?" And I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm on the floor. I'm in Disney World. I'm crying. This is insane. I'm shaking. I remember I couldn't even like type my phone number. I was shaking so bad.
Yeah.
And So I put my phone number in, and my phone rings like 2 seconds after, and I'm thinking, oh, it's probably gonna be her sister, whatever. Pick up my phone. I'm like, hello, and she's like, hi, this is Bryce Howard. I'm on the floor. I'm like dead, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, and I was like, what? And then she started laughing, and I don't even know how much of this information, how much of the phone call I can give out, but basically, she was floored that I would want to bid on anything, and floored by it. And she was going on and on about my site and everything, and she was saying how much that means to her, and how much she's seen of it, and how much and everything, and she doesn't know how to work social media that well yet, so that's why she couldn't really she didn't know how to figure it out to even send anything. But she said early on they saw it, and she was going on and on and on like forever, and then she's like, I want to Skype with you, and I want to do this, and I want to do this, and she was giving all this stuff, which I probably can't say, but she was saying more things, and I'm just thinking, I'm like on the floor crying. It was nuts. I was like, I'm in Disney World right now, and she's like, you're in Disney, and I'm like, dreams do come true here.
Of course, that could have been a better place, really.
It really was, and it's went on for a while, but that's how the Skype call came into it. I guess it was a mixture of my website, which she's seen apparently and was very interested in, and then on top of that with the bidding and everything, it was just a whole amalgamation of all of that, and then that phone call, and then so we planned a Skype for Saturday, that following Saturday. This was a Wednesday, and it was the following Saturday, and that whole day I was a nervous wreck, literally a nervous wreck, and I know a lot of people are asking me, what's her Skype name? What's this? What's that? Obviously, she did not Skype me with her actual Skype name.
Yeah,
she went through her PR person. Everything was done through her PR person. The emails and everything was her PR person. But, except the DM and the phone call, that was her. Mm-hmm. But, so then we Skyped, and as much as you think, anyone out there, you watch her interviews or whatever, and you think she's the sweetest, amazing, most hilarious, down-to-earth, humble person in the world, multiply that times 10,000, and that's almost close to all those things.
Yeah,
she's spectacular.
I'm sure, because every time you see her, whether it's an interview or just pictures or whatever around the internet, she seems like the nicest person. So that definitely came across when you talked to her?
Oh my gosh. I mean, she's the humblest. She could not believe. She told me actually why she joined social media was because she didn't know that there were people out there who were making pictures, like art with her pictures and drawings and the website and all this. She's like, I was seeing all this, and she's like, I couldn't communicate with them. I couldn't tell them thank you. And she's like, they probably thought I was so rude because I couldn't say thank you. And she's, that's why I got on social media, because I didn't know it could be that positive.
Yeah.
And so all the fans and all of that really made her join because they were just so kind. And she's like, I didn't know it could be like that. And so she's really loving it. She's loving it. She's commenting, and she's still learning. So she's not commenting on your posts yet. She's still learning. She said she doesn't know how to do Twitter, and she doesn't know how to post to Facebook, but she's kind of getting Instagram. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, to give up that much time to just talk for 58 minutes. We talked for 58 minutes, and we covered about everything known to man. We didn't talk about her movies or anything. We just talked about life and creativity and just our likes and similarities and just amazing things. I mean, she took out 58 minutes of her time to talk with me about everything, and then she just wanted to know about BDH Network, like how I did it, where it came from, and how I keep up with things, because she's like, I don't know how to keep up with things.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's way more stuff out there than she even realizes, too. So.
Yeah, she says she stresses over posting one a day, because she says she likes to post one a day, and around 3 o'clock she freaks out because she wants to have it out before then. So, and so she says she freaks out of her daily post because she wants it to be spontaneous and such. But yeah, it was really the community and the positivity of the community that even got her on social media.
That's really funny, because I remember, a time before her on Twitter and Instagram and all that, and everybody questioned it, like, where is she? Why isn't she on here? And I guess you said it squarely right there. She just didn't know how.
Yeah, and she didn't know. I think the thing she told me specifically, whenever her friends and stuff ask her why she's on social media now of all times, she's like, because one of her close friends, she said, told her, Bryce, there's people out there who are really kind and positive and nice, and you're missing the opportunity to have a relationship with them. That's exactly it. And she said, I never thought of it that way, because her experience, I guess, has been through Daily Mail, and I don't even know all the news sites. I guess she had no idea that, and those were all harsh comments. So she's like, why subject myself to that? But she didn't know that it could be like this, and she can get all these positive comments. She says, everything I post, no matter what it is, there are just tons of people with encouragement and positivity. And she said, I had no idea it could be like that. And that's exactly why she joined. All you people out there is why she joined, because to interact with you, and she's learning. So if she didn't interact with you yet, as I said, she will, because she's learning.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best things about Twitter and Instagram is the way you can interact. And like for instance, within the Jurassic Park community, you have Colin Trevorrow. Oh, he's always interacting with people, which is really cool. He's now a big time director with Jurassic World and Star Wars coming up. Like, he's big time, and he still interacts with people. And Sam Neill, every now and then you see him interacting with people. I'm sure there's many others too, but now she's part of it all, and it's really cool to see her actually learning it, day by day.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird to even think that person is the same person. Like, the person that I talked to and was so down to earth and just so friendly and curious. Yeah. She wanted to know a lot about who I was and just my story. The first thing she said was like, what's your story? Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? How old are you? Just everything. She just wanted to know a lot about me and a lot about how I did things, and she was just very curious about it all, which was really interesting, because I don't think many celebrities really care about that kind of thing. Yeah. But she really wanted to know.
Yeah, that is really cool. I think it's tough because to most people, all these celebrities are just two-dimensional images on your computer or on the movie screen or wherever. And once you actually get a phone call or Skype with somebody and you realize, hey, they're just a normal person like me, and they kind of want to get to know you, that's such an awesome experience that you're one of only the ones to have that experience.
It's insane, because even looking at it now and seeing her back on social media and back in the news and back with my posting and such, it's so weird to think that's the same person. It seems like totally different people, because you're right. You look at them and they're two-dimensional, and you see them online and just post selectively or whatever, and that's all you have to go off of. Yeah. And that's how you see them. But then it's so weird to think that's the same person.
Yeah. But I'm sure at the same time you were probably a little bit terrified before all this happened, right? So I'm sure you're sitting there at your computer, like, typing up notes or coming up with questions and all this stuff. Did the conversation go the way you expected, or did you plan these notes or questions and then you never even touched on them? How did it go?
Oh, that's a good question. I had a piece of paper that I wrote some notes down. No real questions, just little things that were kind of similar on, like, she talks a lot about her English teacher in school and how he really influenced her. Well, I had a similar experience with my chemistry teacher, and so I brought that up, because at one point, about halfway through, whenever she was done asking me questions about myself and all of that, she sat down and she's like, do you have any questions? Like, and I said I have a list, but I didn't have any idea how this was going to go or what was going to happen. So, but she said, and then she was just waiting. I'm like, well, let me look. And so I looked down my list, and we kind of touched on most of that stuff, and it didn't really flow. So the next thing on the list was like the teacher thing, because I think we talked about creativity already. We talked about most of the stuff already on there. And my family, because my parents are together, and I kind of brought that up as well when she was asking about me. So we kind of touched on all of the things except the teacher. So I literally just talked about that when she asked me questions. And then she still was asking me questions as well after we talked, and it just flowed. It flowed so well. Like, we were laughing.
I can't imagine, like, every celebrity would have that awesome of a conversation, because some people you probably talk to, would have like some awkward silences and like, so like, hey, how are you? Like just weird like interactions and stuff. But it looks like you guys, did it all and talked about everything you wanted to. So.
Yeah, I obviously had no idea how it was gonna go, and I was kind of afraid of awkward silence because in my mind I had 1,000 things going at once, but coming out of my mouth was not anything at times. But there's so much I wanted to get out. But halfway through, I mean, it got more comfortable, I think, on both sides. Yeah. And we just went. We literally let the race force out, and we just went. We talked about everything, and she talked about a lot of personal things, and I talked about a lot of personal things, and we were just it was a really, really good conversation a lot of the time. And like she showed me her cat and like the whole thing, and I mean it was crazy. It was crazy. It was surreal. And I kept saying, this is so surreal. And she said, even me too. She kept saying, me too. This is insane that this whole thing exists, that she's even working as an actor, and then to have the community support her, and then to meet someone across the country who did all this for her. She's like, it's surreal for her. She said because she cried to me on the phone when I was in Disney World, because she was so touched about everything. And then I was crying. We were both like a mess, but yeah, she said it's surreal for her, and that she is just completely surprised by everybody's kindness, and that she just keeps getting lucky with things.
Yeah, I'm sure, it could go two ways if you bring up the fact that you have a site dedicated to her. She either could be like weirded out or, embrace it fully, and she seemed to embrace it. So how did you like explain that? Like, actually, why don't you just explain to people what you do on your site and how you went about doing it?
Oh, okay. It's actually a really weird series of events. I didn't tell her all this because it would have taken like forever, and she probably would have lost interest. Maybe not. I don't know. But it actually started way back in the end of June. Way back at the end of June, I had a group of about 7 people, 7 people in my group, and Bryce had nothing. She had very little fan support at that point, because Chris Pratt was getting everything, all the support and sites and articles, and we're like, well, she's not getting anything, so let's make a network. Let's just make a Twitter, an Instagram, just tie it all together. And so we did that. And then July comes, end of July, and there's this girl who had a Bryce site for a while, but she was losing her host. And so I'm thinking, I can't let all this stuff go away. And so I saved it all, I rescued it all, and by then most of the people I was with lost interest. And I'm thinking, well, I don't want to lose all this stuff, and I want to build on it, and I'm kind of by myself by now, so I'll just do it. And so I just started building and putting it all together, and right now the BDH network houses over 30,000 pictures. Wow. And I mean, there's like 600 albums. You can literally find anything, and I'm still finding things actually that I don't have. But you can find all of your Bryce needs in that gallery. The video gallery holds well over 300, and it would hold more if YouTube wasn't so picky with its copyright. That's an uphill battle every day.
Oh, I'm sure.
YouTube. I wish I could make it. I have videos, you guys, that I would love to share with you, but I'm trying to find a host, and if I had enough like funding, I could host them myself. If anyone wants to like give me money for that, I can host them myself with bandwidth, but YouTube's keeping that from you, sorry, but I'm working on it. And then we have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have news. Any piece of news that comes out always goes on the site, and the Twitter is the easiest way to get seriously like up to date second news as it comes out, because I work really hard to get it to the community as fast as possible. She even asked me like, how do you do that so fast? And I said, I explained, I have all my things open all the time, and I'm like, you can give me a schedule, that'd be great, because sometimes things aren't planned.
Yeah, let me know when this is gonna come out.
I know. I know. But yeah, so literally anything you can ever need can be found on I'm really trying to build like a really good source, a really good community, and something that you can really depend on for all of your news, forever for anything that's related to her.
Yeah.
And the highest quality and such. So I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I really want to provide that because she deserves that. She deserves something like that. And hopefully, crossing everything I own, if things go the way they may go, hopefully she'll be more interactive with it. Like, hopefully there could be in the future a few exclusives for
awesome.
BDH Network. Yeah, like a few fan interactions. Maybe we'll do some Twitter questions directly from the fans. None of that high heel crap. Like actual fan interaction. Because I mean, she could do that with her social media now, but not to the extent that you could do a full article or something. Safely as in not through a paid journalist who's just asked juicy questions or crap.
Yeah. It's not like, clickbait or just, pieces of an article or anything like that. You want the full thing, and you would host it right there, right?
Yeah, I mean, this would be her personal forum to the fans, aside from her social media, because what can you really put in a 140 character tweet or even a little Facebook post? This would be that's kind of the dream of this. I would love to connect the fans because I know they're so interested, and I don't want them to think I'm holding out on them, but I really want to somehow connect them to it and connect her to them. That would be amazing.
Yeah, well, that's the point of it all. I mean, I'm sure you started with no intention of like her looking at it or interacting, but just to kind of bridge the gap between what's going on with her and the fans.
Yeah, that's literally the biggest dream. I mean, I love providing content for the fans as well, the best content that I can get. And I know her seeing it, oh my gosh, that was beyond anything. Because at the time she had nothing online, and that was just beyond anything. And then she even told me early on, her people knew about it and saw it, and they were interested. And they even said she posts good, positive things.
Yeah.
And then, for them to notice it is beyond. But I'd love to connect with the fans. I mean, that's the ultimate experience for both sides.
Yeah. And it's not like you went out there and bugged her beyond belief or did anything special. You just kind of had an organic interaction, and all of this was going to charity, right? For this contest that you were part of, right?
Yeah, 100%. And she was happy that I even bid it up because it was at 5,000, and it probably would have ended at 5,000. But she was just really appreciative that I bid it up to 12,100, I think.
Well, you were willing to go there, so.
I know. I mean, I knew I wouldn't win because they have endless pockets. They would have bid to eternity. They really wanted their dress back. Yeah. But the Skype would have been worth it, honestly. It's just money. Can't buy experiences like that. But
no, not at all.
She just out of the combination of the site and all the work I put in, and then apparently she thought I was going to spend all that money. That's what did it. Yeah, I didn't bug her. I never DM'd her ever before. I didn't even tweet her that much except unless it was news. But yeah, I didn't push for anything. She totally did it on her own, which makes her even more amazing to even care enough to do all that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I'm still pinching myself.
I think it just shows, your dedication and her dedication to the fans. It's really awesome that there is this great resource, for all the fans to go find everything there is to know about her and all the pictures and all the videos. That's so awesome. But I was wondering, with something like this, it can be kind of touchy. Like, was she okay with you releasing anything or releasing the pictures that you guys took through Skype?
Yes, because I didn't know how private she wanted everything. Even with this, I'm only saying the process of how it happened. I'm not really going into detail, and I don't want to go too much, and I was afraid of that as well. But whenever, toward the end, she brought up to take that screenshot that I posted on Instagram and on the Twitter. She said, "Oh, you want to take a screenshot for BDH Network and that you could post on there?" And I'm thinking, "Oh, cool, okay, that'd be okay." And she's like, "Yeah, that's fine." And so we took a couple actually, and the best one I put up there. But yeah, that was totally her idea, which is so cool because I guess she's fine with it. Maybe I'm just being overprotective of the information. I don't know. But yeah, that was really cool that she thought it would be nice to share that. So even then, she loves the community. She really does.
Where can everybody find all your hard work and dedication?
You could follow the Twitter at BDH Network. Instagram is also BDH Network. The Tumblr, don't even bother. That kind of fell away because it's too much work. The YouTube is the Bryce Dallas Howard Network. You could find our original channel. Here's a little bit of news. The original channel has a ton of videos, over 900 subscribers and such. So that's our original channel. But because of copyright and such, it kind of got in danger of being terminated. And that expires in May. So I set up a test channel, which is going to have all the new videos until May, and then I could transfer them back over. So the test channel is just the Bryce Dallas Howard Network test channel. Not that creative name, but it's like the partner channel while the other one waits for the strike to expire, which stinks. I just want to share happiness with people. Like, come on, YouTube. Just want to share the sunshine. But so yeah, that's the YouTube. The website is brycedallashoward.co, not .com. It's .co.
Okay.
And that's the website, and that has everything up to date as much as you need. Every picture in the world, gallery's there. Our personal video gallery is there, which houses more than YouTube, because it has daily motion videos in there and such that YouTube does not like to house. So it has links to everything. Yeah, it's
awesome.
Pretty packed. Literally anything you can find. There's articles, interviews, everything. Hopefully some exclusives coming if in the summer, maybe, hopefully. Crossing everything.
That would be incredible. Hopefully that opportunity comes and everybody can find it all there.
I know. Yeah, she seemed really eager to be involved, so we will see.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on to talk about this. Sounds like an awesome experience, and I'm glad it happened to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I know. I'm glad I could share what I can. Obviously, I couldn't share everything, but as much as I can, hopefully lead some light on everyone's questions that they've been asking me. But yeah, thank you. I can't believe it. Every day, I'm pinching myself, literally.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening to the 40th episode of the Jurassic Park Podcast. Of course, I need to thank Jen for stopping by to chat about her experience. It's amazing to be recognized by somebody like Bryce for all the hard work Jen has done within the community. I think this experience shows that if you do what you love, it will pay off in the end. Don't forget to check out the video I posted featuring the Jurassic World 3D project commentary. Go to youtube.com/Jurassic Park Podcast to check it out. And also follow @AtomicPang on Twitter for updates on the project. If you want to interact with us, we do most of our work over on Twitter @Jurassic Park Pod. We're also on Facebook Facebook.com/Jurassic Park Podcast. And our Instagram handle is @Jurassic Park Podcast. You can listen to us via iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Podomatic, and YouTube, or really wherever else podcasts are found. So make sure to subscribe to automatically get new episodes every week. If you haven't already, please give us a 5-star review on iTunes or a great review wherever you listen to the podcast. It will seriously help our rankings and make it easier for fans like you to find us. We're usually spotted commenting on the Jurassic Park subreddit as Jurassic Park Podcast. Don't forget to check out our show notes for all the links. If you want to get a hold of us, you can email us with any news stories, MP3s, segment ideas, pictures, top 10s, or comments to JurassicParkPod@gmail.com. If you'd like to record something for the show, send it in to us and we'll feature it in an upcoming episode. If you don't have any way to record, you can give our voicemail a call and leave us a message, or you can even text us now. That number is 732-825-7763. Thanks for listening, and enjoy.
"5 minutes. Drop what you're doing and leave now."